got is Gary's bills, you know, Stanley's, and Mike Franco's.
All right, well, I'll make a motion to pay the bills. Total is $26,487.26. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Is there any general public comment?
Did you hear anything on the grant?
Yes, Gary had contacted us and he had to revise the grant because the forklift wasn't eligible. Why we had to redo the grant, I don't know why they couldn't say, well, we're not giving you something for that because it's not a qualifying expenditure, but he redid it, reworked the numbers and resubmitted it. And I think May they're announcing, March. But I think there's, they have far more requests than money available. So
Oh, that's usually the way it is.
we'll see what we get.
Were we looking for a forklift for up at the sewer authority?
Yeah, because you're always going to handle pumps.
Yeah.
As long as it's sewer authorities in business, you're going to handle pumps. And
Or heavy items.
you have to coordinate with Township to load pumps, you know, to get a backhoe to load pumps. If for any reason their backhoes are out, we probably have to rent a machine to go in there and load a pump. The forklifts, that the smaller ones, paper shop has a lot of used ones and stuff in it, and you can buy them at $3,000 or $4,000.
Yeah.
They don't have the big wheels on for outside use, but if we build a storage area, and that depends if we get any money, but if we don't get any money, I'd like to see a little pole barn attached to what we have there.
Or is there a place we can open up big enough to get it inside?
Well, I don't know about that. The back room could possibly be, but I'm looking at height for those big pumps.
Right.
I think you're probably going to need probably 14 feet for that crane to be able to reach over, pick it up, and set it in the truck. So I don't know if going into the building, the ceilings aren't high enough in the building, but just aluminum. I mean a metal, small metal building where you can put in maybe 10 pumps for the winter, and your big pumps that have a forklift inside that at any time you could load pumps. So like right now, I load them. I got put a ratchet strap around because you're by yourself. You can't tip them back in the bucket.
By yourself you can.
You know, so I slide it in the bucket, put a ratchet strap around, take it up, and wait on the customer. Sometimes he's there when he's supposed to be. Sometimes he's a little bit late, but you know, it's just something I was looking at because.
Yeah, okay.
When I'm not doing it anymore, somebody else is going to have to do it. And if they don't run it back or something, you're going to have to either hire the township to do it or whatever, you know. And I thought if we could pick up something reasonable that you could keep inside
Yeah, you definitely.
a little shed,
Inside. Yeah.
then you'd be all right. The forklift itself, you could probably get inside if you cut a hole into the wall, into the existing building. But if you built maybe a 20 by 20 building on the outside where you can put in your pumps, because like I say, once the pumps that we have on the ground is gone, we're still going to have to buy and keep a half dozen of them on hand to issue to every building houses. So that's, I was just looking at down the road. Right now I'll take care of them. But, I'll be going for the next 5 or 6 weeks, and Elmer, I showed him what he has to do, and he would just have to coordinate with the township. They'd have to send somebody up, which they're not real busy right now unless it's a storm. If it's a storm, they're not going to come for a month.
I got a question. Would it be better off with something that you could mostly use multiple times? Maybe a small skid steer, where you can get a bucket and maybe have another option to use
Well, yeah,
I mean, you would know better than me on that.
If we was doing stuff with it, but I
Yeah.
mean, we don't do any of our own work. So a small skid steer is gonna cost us a hell of a lot more than
Yeah, I was just
a
figuring.
forklift that'll take up
Alright.
6-7 feet.
You know better, I was just
Yeah,
questioning.
to get it in, because most of them have multiple tasks, and they'll pick 3 or 4 ton.
Mhm.
And
Oh, I got it.
They're
I
not
have them
heavy.
too. I know.
Grinder pump isn't heavy, they're clumsy.
Mhm.
Yeah, 2 guys can really pick them up.
Yeah. You have to.
So good, huge.
Yeah, you just
And-
tip down a little bit, supposed to keep it standing.
If you had a dump truck, you could put the tailgate down back up against it, flop it on the tailgate, and get it on that, but they tell you not to lay them over,
I lay it sideways.
because there's only 3 tabs that holds that pump in, and they're plastic. And if you snap them, then they're useless. You'd have to buy a whole new housing to put them in. You know, that's why they tell you to move and store them upright. But I'm sure that, and I know some of the guys that's taking them out, and I tell them, once I put it on that truck, I don't care what you do with it. You break it, you come back, you buy another one.
How many of them approximately, you remember?
Up there,
Yeah.
right now, we have 15. Yeah, we have 15. As of January, or December 31st, we have 15. Now we have 49, because I just issued one for Verizon.
Yeah, we might use them up in a couple years.
Yeah, and
Or maybe
There's-
6 months.
right now, there's potential for 2 more to go out. So, you know, you're probably gonna get 15, 16 a year, maybe a little bit more.
That's good.
So we have a couple of years supply left, you know, but like I say, once they go out, then the price is gonna go from 1,500 to whatever we're paying for, which is probably around
Almost a
$5
little
grand
man.
a pump. Right now, we're giving them up for 1,500. But, they were paid through the grant, and, you know,
So
we're
these
not.
people are looking out now.
Well, they're still paying for it.
Yeah,
They're
right.
not paying a whole lot.
Yeah, but if we had to buy a new one, they'd be paying almost triple that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So they're looking out now.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people called, well, buying a pump. And I'm telling you, we don't sell them to anybody other than residents of the township. Now, there's probably pumps out there that's unaccounted for. But I don't know where they are, because Bruce handled all of that, and he handed them out
When I was in.
like they were lollipops, and I don't know where and who has it.
Carl knows where
He might.
No, actually, no. Carl and I've gone through all of it. There's some places that have 2. And from when Carl gave us that information and when Stanley gave us, there were pumps that weren't abused. Remember? You know, when we wound up, Gary and I, when we did the EDU count, there's about 50 pumps we can't count.
God only knows where they're at.
They were never
Well,
delivered to us.
could
We
they-
had control after that, but not before.
Could they ever be determined, like if he goes out on a service call and there's one that we don't have a number for or something, can that be determined that way? Or?
Yeah, there's some serial numbers in there, but, you know, when they're covered in
Yeah.
slimy stuff,
I don't-
until he gets them power washed and stuff like that.
They had that, what was that little, where you waved the little computer over? Where you
Yeah, he had a-
Can't think.
I thought that was supposed to be ours, but it was supposed to record and save all of the numbers and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it really got done.
I don't even know if it had a tape in it, really. But nevertheless, it is what it is. And
All right.
to go back, it probably cost you more money to go back and try
I
to
was even
sue
calling that when I asked.
collect it than what you're going to get.
I was just
We
wondering
do
how
have,
the whole one.
we do have a list of every serial number of every pump. And the only place that does exist is on the invoice.
Yeah.
So I've saved the invoice that, I mean, if you ever find whatever, find a pump here, there, or wherever, we do have all the serial numbers.
We have all the serial numbers that was issued from.
One,
Right, E1.
yes.
And then we have the serial numbers that we sold back. I believe we have the serial numbers that we sold back.
No, trades.
Well, that's what I'm
other-
saying, though,
Okay.
so,
Yeah.
there's more than just the 50, that's probably not counted. I don't know.
No, Carl, we took that into consideration. He pointed out
Well,
everyone,
that-
because we had to trade in 3 grinder pumps for a duplex.
That was before I had anything to do with the pumps part of it, so I don't really know.
Okay, is there anything further? Any further public comment, Rose? Yes?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that it was nice that the board worked on reducing the rate for the ratepayers, because I know for a lot of people, everything helps. So you went through that effort. How many properties are still not connected? And have you been provided a list of who they are, or do you have a list, an updated list?
We do have a list. Karen has a list.
Okay. And how many pending court cases do you still have as far as that haven't connected or?
I think the only pending cases are Tom Dennis and Linda Morrow.
Are you given, are you given a report? Does the board get a report when the cases are coming up, what the dates, the times?
No.
Oh, why
No,
not?
The township does the enforcement, and we don't get a report on them, other than what happened, but we're not notified beforehand.
Well, don't you think you should be notified?
That's not up to us, that's up to the township.
Well, I know it's up to the township, but I mean, is the board the authority? I mean, you should be on top of it.
You know, the authority's gonna take some action on some of these properties on our own with an equity action, like we did with the Fromm property, where people are living in the house and haven't paid for 5 years and just aren't hooked up yet, so. When we filed that equity action, within 48 hours, we had the house hooked up. So it does seem that the process going to the magistrate just doesn't work. It gets dragged out too long, continuances, and additional time, and then they're found guilty, and then they're appealing to Lackawanna County Court, and then months down the road, they're getting a hearing, and that's only on a fine. The magistrate can't order that the house be hooked up. With an equity action, the court can issue an order directing that the house be hooked. So, to cut to the chase, that might be the avenue. There's not that many left, but there's still some out there.
So Karen, you have the list available, so I'll put a right to know one, you can give it to me.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Okay, anything further? If there's nothing further, motion is in order to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second, all in favor?
Aye.